Now to investigate one more way you can hurt yourself with a handgun.
What you got there?
This is a pretty grisly depiction of the dangers of mishandling a firearm.
You mean like when you shoot yourself?
No, merely by having a poor grip. Check this out.
That's nasty.
The severed thumb is so nasty, we can't show it on TV. It's a graphic myth, so here's the tale in graphic form. This beast of a sidearm is a hunting pistol designed to bring down big game. And some of the gas that propels the bullet also escapes between the back of the barrel and the front of the cylinder. And therein lies the myth. If you have a digit in the wrong place at the right time, the force of the blast could blow your thumb clean off.
I have a hard time believing that this could happen just from misfingering a gun.
Well, that is what we have to figure out.
Okay.
Out on the range, gunsmith Frank Tabor has brought along the cannon in question.
So, Frank, according to the myth, the guy lost his thumb because he held it like this. Do you see any immediate problems with that?
Oh, yeah. You have that gap between the cylinder and barrel. And you got a 2,300 foot per second cartridge. There's a lot of gases, and it comes out that just like a cutting torch.
So you think there could be some real damage?
Okay, yes.
Adam sets Jamie a tasty target to test out the weapon on high-speed video.
Brown.
Frank slips one in the chamber, and Dirty Jamie lines up a clean shot.
Wow, that was something.
Well, that takes care of your watermelon problem.
It's another notch on Jamie's belt of dead fruit and vegetables. But he did get a feel for the firearm.
That gun has a heck of a kick. Now, I have to be honest, I was a little afraid of it at first, thinking that it was going to, like, hit me in the head afterwards. So I can kind of see how somebody might want to grab it in an unusual way to make sure they had a hold of it.
Now it's Adam's turn to take a shot, feel the force, and maybe make a prediction.
It's not that I'm lactose intolerant, but if milk gets in my way, I'm going to take care of the problem.
That's one expiration date that was way off the mark.
The high-speed camera remains one of my favorite tools on the show. If you look really closely at the close-up of the gun firing, you can clearly see gases shooting out of the space between the cylinder and the barrel. This is where we'll be looking for damaging amounts of energy.
If the story behind the gruesome photo is true, the man's left thumb went south due to a clumsy grip across the cylinder. But after handling the hardware, Adam's best bet is a thumbs down.
While it's an impressive amount of gas you can see coming out of the gun in the high speed, I still don't feel like it's going to sever a finger.
Well, they've got the gun, the bullets, and the venue. All they need now is a disposable digit. Adam and Jamie have decided to see for themselves if holding a huge handgun the wrong way could really blow your thumb off.
This myth is all about escaping gases, some of which propel the bullet out of the barrel, but some that escape right here from this tiny little space between the cylinder and the barrel. It's those that could cut your finger off, man!
Or so the story goes. Despite the high-speed gas shots and a shocking photo of a severed thumb, Adam thinks this myth is, well, a myth. But Jamie begs to differ.
When I first heard about this story, I wasn't so sure that a revolver would be capable of blowing your thumb off through the side like that. But having reviewed the high-speed footage, I kind of think it will.
The gun is firmly secured in a clamp that's screwed down tight to the bench top. Now all they need is a stunt thumb.
If you think these look gruesome, you don't know the half of it. But the best way to tell you how these are made is to show you how they were made. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Faced with the task of replicating that miracle of evolution, the human hand, the Mythbusters' first thoughts naturally turned to dead chickens.
No, by the way, I touched this chicken before I touched anything else. You want to take the meat home?
Adam stripped a whole cooked bird, not for the meat, but for the bones. He traces a template over his left hand and even marks the 3 joints in each finger.
I managed to get almost all the bones I need out of a single rotisserie chicken.
Jamie's building his own version of a stunt hand, also made entirely from poultry pieces. And while Adam sutures a carefully crafted left thumb, Dr. Heidenstein shows he's lost all sense of proportion.
It's actually the left hand, you know, that's the thumb and the 4 fingers, and I've picked them so that they're the correct lengths and everything.
So we have a show of hands?
Hello.
High five.
As the dominant hand, Jamie's massive mitt of chicken meat gets to take the first shot. It's wired securely onto the gun butt with care taken to place the thumb in precisely the right, or rather the wrong, position.
I love it.
All right, let's do it.
Frank loads the gun and cocks it. With the trigger tied to a string, all Jamie has to do is pull it.
Gun is hot. You're good to go.
Handgun horror in 3, 2, 1.
No decapitation.
Definitely damage, but yeah, it's still there.
I think that your drumstick bone is way too robust for a human hand. What I see on the chicken hand and what I see on the high speed is that the gases are coming out and they're definitely having an effect. I have no doubt you'd be burned by this, but I don't see any decapitation.
Lucky Jamie's skin is thicker than the chicken's. He's even prepared to offer some sage advice.
The major amount of gas is right out through the middle there.
Okay.
So if you want to be sure it cuts it off, that's where to put it.
All right. Here we go. Adam's anatomically accurate avian appendage in 3, 2, 1.
To the naked eye, this looks like real damage. Now for the expert analysis. Okay.
Wow.
What Adam means to say is they've shredded one chicken finger and shattered another.
This one is torn to shreds.
And what about that one?
That is cut almost clean through. Wow.
There's no doubt about it. Adam's carefully constructed chicken hand had the right-sized bones to simulate human fingers. They even had 3 joints, right where they're meant to be.
That is totally clear. Those gases have cut through that finger absolutely. That is one of the more gruesome things we've ever filmed on high speed. Well, it doesn't get any more definitive than that.
Nope. It's confirmed.
Totally confirmed.
Well, let that be a lesson to you. If you've got to have a handgun, make sure you know how to use it.
I can't believe you can eat buffalo wings so quickly after that.
What do you mean? I'm going to cook up Frankenhand for dinner.